Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Honorable Maji Solomon. I am an inventor of an offhand method of teaching in Western education. Right now, I am going to explain the various organs in the human female reproductive system. I have drawn the diagram in the first place. At this point in time, I am going to explain the functions of the various organs in human female reproductive system. As you can see, we have ovary. Ovary is an organ in human female reproductive system. It's an organ that produces eggs. Ovary is an organ that produces eggs. We have left ovary here. We have right ovary. Okay. Ovary produces eggs. Ovary produces female sex hormone for secondary sexual characteristics or character. It produces female sex hormones known as estrogen and progesterone. Ovary is an organ that produces egg. The plural form is eggs or ova. The singular form, an egg or ovum. All right? Ovary has an outermost layer called epithelium, germinal epithelium. Germinal epithelium. It has an outermost layer called germinal epithelium. That is where eggs are developed. That is the region where eggs are developed. The egg and the surrounding cells are referred to as Graafian follicles. An ovary releases an egg from this region. A mature egg from this region. For information, an ovary releases an egg in a month. An ovary releases an egg in a month. But occasionally, an ovary can release 2 eggs. Occasionally, not all the time. An ovary releases an egg in a month. But occasionally, an ovary can release 2 eggs in a month. Okay. When a mature egg moves from here down to where we have a fallopian tube, the movement from this place, this outermost layer of the ovary, which is known as germinal epithelium, the movement of mature egg from this place down to fallopian tube is what we call ovulation. And it will take the period of 14 days. 14 days. It will take the period of 14 days. The movement of egg, mature egg, from here, from the ovary here, down to where we have a fallopian tube or oviduct is what we call ovulation. Ovulation is the release of egg from the ovary down to the fallopian tube or oviduct. It will will take the period of 14 days. Here, fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube. Let us, for instance, this is an egg being released. This is an egg. This egg will remain here after its release. It will remain here for 28 days. 14 days plus, if you add another 14 days, it becomes 28 days. When it gets to 28 days, it will break, the egg will break, and blood will start flowing downwards. That is what we call menstruation. The breaking down of egg is what we call menstruation. The egg will break and the blood will start flowing downwards to the exterior. The blood will start flowing downwards to the exterior, to the outer part of the vagina. That is what we call menstruation. But when it happens that a lady is married already and she has been committing sexual intercourse with her husband, there is every need for the egg being released to the fallopian tube to be fertilized. That is to say, when a man commits sexual intercourse with a woman, the man in question will ejaculate, and the sperms will go to where we have a fallopian tube. With the aid of seminal fluid. Seminal fluid will convey the egg, the sperms, down to the fallopian tube. Seminal fluid is a fluid that conveys the sperm. Sperms are very tiny. You cannot see them with your naked eyes. You can only see the sperm with the aid of electron microscope. So, seminal fluid will now convey the sperms down to the fallopian tube in the female genital tract. Here, those sperms will encircle the egg. Those sperms will encircle the egg. As you can see, the sperm has head and tail. The sperm will not fertilize the egg together with the tail. The tail will be cut off. For instance, let's say this sperm, this one is going to fertilize this egg. This sperm is going to fertilize, this one is going to fertilize this egg. The head of this sperm will enter and the tail will be cut off. The tail will not penetrate. The tail will not fertilize the egg. It is the head of the sperm that will fertilize the egg. And the head of the sperm contains DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. It has a nucleus which contains DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. It contains hereditary materials, hereditary characteristics. Okay. When the egg is fertilized, the egg will move downwards to where we have womb, or uterus. Here, implantation takes place. The attachment of the fertilized egg to the wall of the uterus, to the wall of the womb, is what we call implantation. Here, this zygote, the fertilized egg, is called zygote. This zygote will remain here. It will develop until it becomes a baby. Until the fertilized egg becomes a baby. Alright? Functions of the ovary. I said ovary produces eggs. It produces female sex hormones called estrogen and progesterone. Fallopian tube, functions of the fallopian tube is a place where fertilization takes place. Fallopian tube is a muscular tube, and it is where fertilization takes place. You can either call it fallopian tube or oviduct. It has two names. Okay. We have a womb or uterus. Womb or uterus. Uterus has its own function. It accommodates the fertilized egg. It accommodates the fertilized egg. That is the function of womb or uterus. And the fertilized egg will remain here. The zygote will remain here, developing from one stage to another. From one stage to another. Zygotic stage, embryonic stage, and fetus stage. Okay. From different stages. The fertilized egg will be here, developing from one stage to another until it becomes a baby. We have cervix. Cervix is a narrow tube. A ring of muscles are here. It's a narrow tube and it has a ring of muscles. It controls the opening and the closing of the vagina. Cervix controls the opening and the closing of the vagina. Alright? It allows the unborn baby to pass through it. Unborn baby passes through the cervix. We have vagina. Vagina has its own role to play. Vagina serves as an organ that is used for sexual intercourse. It is used for sexual intercourse. Vagina is used for menstruation. It is used for urination. It serves as birth canal. That is to say, unborn baby passes through vagina to the exterior. Vagina receives sperms from the penis. Alright? We have a clitoris. Clitoris is an organ that has spongy tissues. It has erectile tissues. It has erectile muscles, erectile tissues, erectile muscles. It becomes stiff when a lady or a woman is sexually admired. Clitoris, I'm talking about. It is this clitoris I'm talking about. It becomes stiff when a woman is sexually admired. Blood, when a woman is sexually admired, blood will flow into this clitoris because it has spongy tissues. It has erectile tissues or erectile muscles. It becomes stiff when a woman is sexually admired. Blood will flow into those tissues and it becomes stiff. It has arteries and veins. Alright? We have a hymen. Hymen is a skin that covers the opening of the vagina. When a lady has not committed sexual intercourse in her life, it means the opening of her vagina is covered by the hymen, is sealed by the hymen. That is to say, that lady is a virgin because she has not committed sexual intercourse in her life. But the hymen could be removed when a lady commits sexual intercourse because the force of the penis will remove the hymen. And if the hymen is being ruptured, if the hymen is being removed, it means that lady is no longer a virgin. It is the presence of hymen that signifies virginity. It is the presence of hymen that signifies a lady is a virgin. If the hymen is removed, it means that lady is no longer a virgin. Hymen could be removed through sexual and non-sexual activities. Sexual activities could remove the hymen. Non-sexual activities can also remove the hymen. Non-sexual activities like riding of bicycle. When a lady is into the riding of bicycle, the hymen will be removed. When a lady is into climbing of trees, the hymen could be removed. When a lady is into dancing, running from one place to another, the hymen could be removed. That is to say, if a lady is fond of running from one place to another, the hymen could be removed. If a lady is into jumping, the hymen could be removed. So hymen could be removed through non-sexual activities like climbing of trees, riding of bicycle, dancing, running, jumping, and all whatnot. Hymen could also be removed through sexual activities, through sexual intercourse. We have vulva. Okay. For your information, before I move further, for your information, when a lady's hymen is removed, that lady is deflowered. Is deflowered. This is the spelling. The lady is deflowered. That lady is deflowered. Not disvirgin. Disvirgin is incorrect. Disvirgin is incorrect. Deflowered. When a lady is deprived of her virginity, in such a case, we call it deflowered. The lady is deflowered. That lady is deflowered. Let me go further. We have vulva. Vulva is the name given to the outer part of the vagina. The outer part of the vagina. Vulva is the name given to the outer part of the vagina where hairs grow. The outer part of the vagina where hairs grow, as you can see. Look at the hairs. The outer part of the vagina where hairs grow. Alright? We have a bladder and we have kidney. Kidney is an organ. It is not a reproductive organ. Kidney is not a human female reproductive organ, but it has a link with the system, with human female reproductive system. Kidney extracts water. It filters the blood, extracting water, urea, plasma, mineral salt, those materials that are not useful to the body. It will now extract them, sending them through the pipe called ureter. The pipe that has been connected to the kidney and that of the bladder is called ureter. It is called ureter. The channel from the bladder down to the vagina is called urethra. So kidney will now send those materials that are not useful to the body, to the bloodstream any longer. It will now send those materials down to where we have bladder. Here in the bladder, it has become a urine, and it will be removed through the vagina. When it gets to this bladder, it becomes a urine. When those materials, when they get to this bladder, they will turn to urine. Then the urine will be finally removed from the body through the vagina. To be removed through the vagina to the exterior. Okay. That is that. That is that. Thank you so much.